Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I believe you are also fine, your side.
Yes, thank you.
All right. All right, so today we want to do some client sign off. So it is my belief that you have finalized your requirement specification. So basically what you'll do is to share with me your uh, e-portfolio link so that I can go and get the final copy. Um, I know some have been sending so that their documents be reviewed, which is good. Um, those who have not managed, I believe you have a final document that is that you can discuss and sign off. So today, what I'll do is that once you confirm that you are submitting the final one, then I'll I'll try to ask you about some things before we accept that it should be signed. So I'm requesting that you confirm to me that you have the final document so that we can actually um, do sign off today, because today basically will be just doing sign off, so that next week from tomorrow or onwards you start working on your projects. Okay, welcome back. I can see how many have shared. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's only 6 people who have shared. I know Sahil, you have shared twice. Yeah, Zainab, you can also share the link, because basically what we are going to do is just to um, discuss it so that you will learn together. Because if I start um, analyzing separately, I know I will be offline and will not be engaging. So basically what we do is that once we have cleared with one person, you also need to learn what the other person has done. And we want also to be very unique. Let's not design similar things. They may be related, but let's see what is unique in each and every person's product. Okay, so I have Naval's. Now, Naval, if you can hear me, please confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Very good. So I want you to take some notes so
Okay.
that with
Yeah,
that
okay.
you are going to make the final draft, which you'll send me, which you'll upload for signing. Okay. So the
Yes,
first,
sir.
the first thing, Naval, is that you'll
Yes.
remove uh, the guide, the sections, especially on top. Let me just
On top of the table.
yes, on top of the table.
Okay.
Yeah, we are now talking of final document. So once you make these changes, you'll send me so that
Yes.
I we sign it off. Uh,
Okay.
so Naval, I believe you will be able to remove that. Let me just share so that at least we are on the same page. And then also to others, you just ensure that you remove all the guides so that it is only your work that is there, not the guide. The guide is just there to give you some direction, but once you get it, you need to put in your own words. So I believe, Naval, you are able to see that what I've
Let
shared.
me see.
Yeah, so you
Yes.
will remove this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
What else?
Okay, now the overview is okay. So there, I think we don't have any issue. Okay, James, we are going to look at them. No problem. Thank you for that. Now, the product will be a networking solution, entailing that the network will be able to work with 5G, which will enable a faster connection so that everything is real time, and also that this networking solution will need energy efficient microprocessor and high speed connectivity for image sensors, productive chip to chip communication, and security regulation to safeguard users' data in phone and to and from Stadia. So, are you coming up with a networking gadget or Naval? What is it about?
It's about faster internet connection, a network in the stadium that will allow the users to watch the games on the games on real time. So it's just a better network, a faster network, because we have 4G, right? So 5G is better.
Mm, but did you read the scenario that was given?
Yes, the like yes, it's about the games that can't be taken place, that can't take place uh, physically, but through computers.
Okay.
Like it's about the fun Olympics.
But what kind of product are we looking for?
Uh,
Considering,
the
uh,
ability to the ability to watch the games through computers, through computer systems, instead of physically being there.
yeah, but we are not as applied business computing students. We need
Yes,
to pick on a kind of a system.
not a networking solution.
I don't
This
think so
product is a,
because how will you deploy this? Are you going to buy some gadgets that you'll be
yes, yes.
testing?
We have to buy monitors and we have to yeah monitors and stuff like that so that the the audience can see what's going on, like how you have in I don't know if you watch wrestling. They've changed to they keep computer screens in the audience instead of physically being there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm asking is that
Yes.
you need to look at the kind of what the client is looking for.
Okay.
The client is looking for a company or an organization to provide for them what we call a solution,
Yes.
which is in terms of a software.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the networking,
Yes.
because you are not a networking group, and also testing this, I know will be a bit of an issue.
Okay.
I would want you to maybe lean towards a software.
The software for the networking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now,
So
mm,
is it like Zoom? Can you use an example like Zoom? Is that a software?
yeah, something like Zoom, yeah,
Okay.
that's a software.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but you'll now get how do you call it? You'll now have to, if you connect through a browser, or you
Yes.
have a specific software, which I know will be quite a lot to deal with. So I'm
Yes.
thinking you deviate it to a software. Let it be a software solution.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can see even James has shared here. Um, I don't,
He's talking to Dario.
because the requirements that you put, I think they are not for ABC, for the applied business computing. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we have um, different sections that each group need to work on. So this one, I think you need to change. You need to change it to a software. Okay, let me. Were you there last? What were you there last in the last meeting when we
Yes,
went?
I was there.
I believe
You had to do it.
you saw the assignment, how it was being explained. Eh?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, what is expected of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So,
this
but
one.
isn't 5G a networking solution because it makes the network faster?
Yeah, but you see,
Yeah.
uh, are you going to come up with a software to do that?
Okay. Yeah, software that can enable 5G in the Fun Olympics uh, country where it's being taken place.
Because here we are very realistic. These are things that you have to do what you have to deliver. Because if you don't deliver, then
Okay.
it means that you are not going to get any marks. You'll be asked now, um, because 5G is not even available in Kenya yet.
Yes. Yes.
It
Yes.
has been even stopped. It's still in trial. So
Okay.
I think that will be a bit of a challenge to you.
Yeah.
I don't want you to jump into something, then you get stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me just share the assignment. Let me just share it again, unless we didn't understand it well. But let me just share with you for those who may also be in the same boat. Yeah, so this is the scenario. All computing top-up programs. You see.
Yes, sir.
So this is the assignment. This is now the context.
Okay.
And then So applied business computing, you can see this is the Fan Olympic Committee need an online web system stroke web presence to promote the games worldwide.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we need to stick to this so that we don't get, because we have quite a number of scenarios here. There are those one for
Yes.
networking, and if you are not going to deliver something out of that, then I think it will be it will not be good for you. Remember, once you
Okay.
pick this and we sign, you don't change.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't change. So I want you to let's go to the next person and see what kind of product they are coming up with. I think this one will give you a hint of what we are looking for. All right, Naval?
Yes, sir. So what about the other parts? Are they okay?
No, you see now, once the product is wrong,
Yeah.
there is no way these other parts can be correct,
Okay.
because this one the product to be delivered to the client is very important. It is very important, and if it is wrong, then all the others all the other components can't be right. The format is okay. Naval, the format is okay. You have functional, non-functional, wish list, constraints, resources. These are very okay, but just try to pick the correct product. You know what we called validation and verification. So on the part of verification, you may be right, but validation,
Product.
which
Okay.
means
Okay.
you're
Yes.
building the wrong product the right
Yes.
way. So if you are building the wrong the wrong product, the right way, that still can't be accepted.
So can you go to the guidelines for the product? Because I remember saying there was I remember it showing that there was a networking solution.
Okay, are you able to see what I'm sharing?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the assignment. You know, we have to stick to the assignment.
Okay. So the guideline is not appropriate then? Is not correct?
So here, everything is about City of Yokio.
Yes.
They've won the bid to host the next Pan Olympic Games,
Yes.
but which was to be in uh, last sporting year, and now it has been pushed to this sporting year. So that is the scenario, you see, where you don't have to bring the funds. The funds don't need to come physically to the to the venue. And now here you see each top-up degree program has its own scenario. You only need to complete the scenario for your degree.
Yes. Okay. That makes sense.
Yes. So your scenario is this. You don't need to go to this one, or you go to computer system engineering or network. I believe you had chosen the one for network system engineering students.
I followed the guideline on the requirement specification, and then you told me told us to remove it.
Yeah. The guideline, once you read it, then you need to remove
Yeah.
it. You just need to apply, but you don't need to. You need now to optimize it for your own
Yes.
project, for your own product.
Okay.
Yes.
No, so I think what Nawal is trying to say is that in the template, there was a part where it was asking, are you doing a computer-based solution or network-based solution? So I think Nawal decided to go on with a network-based solution.
Yeah, if it is a network-based solution, in fact, all of them are network-based because it is web. It's a web-based system. But now it needs to, you need to stick to your scenario. This is very important. Are we together? Each top-up,
Yes, yes, sir.
has its own scenario. You need to complete this. You only need to complete the scenario for your degree. So not unless you are doing networking, then we will allow you to go ahead and do that. But remember, you'll have to deliver. You'll have to deliver that product. So you may get stuck because you may not know those other things to do with networking. So if you get stuck, you know, it will be unfortunate. Yeah. So I believe, Naval, we are on the same page.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So allow me to go to the next person. This is. Okay. Usman, you are next, huh?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So I'm requesting you take some notes. And once whatever we've said, please let's now just make the changes that are required, not undoing the other good things that you have done. Okay, so Usman, I think you are able to see. This is
Yes, I can see it.
this is the latest document, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing is in the overview. I know you have explained it extensively, but I would want you to reduce the content abuse in terms of the overview. So if we make it, say, up to, you can even make it even up to here, because here you just give a background. Overview is just a background of what you're doing. So you are talking of the city of Yokio successfully acquired the bid. That's okay for the year that preparation has started. So I want you to paraphrase this and try to simplify it so that it's maximum 7 lines. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you add one other line, I think we'll be okay. So if you come up to somewhere here, I think that will do justice. I just have to just summarize it. You don't need to include everything. You need to also put emphasis on your product. Try to, even as you give us a background, try to say that as the consultant, we therefore decided to come up with, yeah, which you just introduce it there. We already know the background, so the assessor or the examiner already knows the background. So you just need to tell us that you also know that background, but you don't need to reproduce it. But you reproduce it, which means you need just to paraphrase the key points and try to put more emphasis on what you are going to do to solve the problem that the committee has presented to you. Yeah, so it is okay, but you can remove some of the components. For example, here you see the city of Yokio successfully acquired the bid to host the next Paralympic Games for the year 2019. Preparation had started. So here, instead of giving emphasis on 2019, 2020, you just talk of the city of Yokio. Okay, due to pandemic, you can just say that the Paralympic Committee decided to hold games virtually, having experienced effects of the pandemic that forced them to postpone the Paralympic Games that was scheduled to happen in the year 2019, 2020. Yeah, so you can just try to paraphrase it. I'm just giving you hints, but you need to come up with your own way in which you paraphrase and make it simpler, make it shorter.
So, okay, so basically just need to paraphrase the background for the company and more emphasis on the product I'm actually going to develop for the company.
Very true, very true. That's basically what you need to do. Okay. Then the product to be delivered, here again, this should be a one sentence thing. I notice one sentence, but it's somehow a bit long. So this one should be even shorter. It should be I'll say 3 lines.
But or these 3 lines now, it should just cover the main features, not all the features which you're going to provide in the solution, just the main features.
Very true, very true. Like you're picking a niche, you can't offer everything, yeah? Even if it is a website, but you're going to have a niche. If it is an informational website, what kind of information, what is the niche? What is it that you are really interested in? That is what should come out. If it is streaming, then you say the final product to be delivered to the Paralympic Committee shall be a streaming website. So you see that word streaming already, we've known what it is all about. So you can talk of it shall be a website with a live stream, which has a live stream events of games taking place where users can log in from wherever they are and join. You see, then basically you just stop there. Because just to help you, the final product to be delivered, the Paralympic Committee shall be a website that shall allow users to be able to register and sign up. Now, registration and sign up is not the main thing. So this one can be silent. A website that enables users to sign up, register and sign up in order to view their preferred sports, allowing them to have personalized content based on their interest. The website will be linked to a database. Now, website being linked to a database, this is also not important because the moment you have some content, they must be stored on a database. So this one can be silent. The website will also be able to provide statistics to the user, such as the overall country performing well, the country with the most participants in the Olympic, the games. So these are reports. So you can summarize this. You can say will provide useful some useful statistics or some quick reports. For example, um, the most the highly performing countries, the country with the most participants, among others. So you don't need to mention all of them. I know you are very, this is good because you are actually understanding. So I'm very happy about this because you really know what you are going to deliver. But let at this point, you just pick on the key points, like you summarize each section um, and ensure that it comes out clearly uh, without necessarily saying um, the the whole thing, because this whatever you put here will form now part of the functional and non-functional. The functional and non-functional will now tell us, like if it is reports, then now you can elaborate. It should have a feature to generate statistics, um, statistic about um, the most uh, performing country, the country with the most participants, the games with the highest number of records achieved, among others. So this will come down on the functional requirement. But I like the way you are very comprehensive. That is very good. So just try to summarize this and let the things that really you'd want to be mentioned, that if they are not mentioned, then you find that your product is still um, hasn't been uh, it's not your product. That is not what you're looking for. It is not for everybody. This is yours, and you know at the back of your mind what you are interested in. There's a niche that you want to bring out. Now, when it comes to functional and non-functional,
So, sorry
yes,
to interrupt you.
yes,
Okay. So basically, for the product to be delivered, there's just the main things which outstands makes your product to outstand. So just to talk about that in a summary short form. So not everything what you, or not all the features which you're going to provide, just a summary that which the things that which will make your product to outstand from the others. We do that into a summary, maybe let's say 3 or 4, and then now those is what is going to help us now to determine the functional and the non-functional requirements.
yes, you are right. You have, I believe you have understood it. That's what you are looking for.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Because because I did, to my understanding, this will be the first document the examiner will look at. So this will be even part of the basis of the marking
Very
for
true.
him. So he will make sure he want to see these features. So that's why we need to put in the most important features, right?
Very true. Very true. That's what you are looking for.
Okay.
This will give a hint to the examiner, things that he or she will be looking for once they go to even coming to the functional requirements. So some of the things you mentioned there should come out under the functional requirements, non-functional. Wish list may not be. Wish list will will actually be things that support um, the features that are very desirable, but you are not able to achieve them. Okay, so let me just proceed. Now, the functional requirements, this one is very good. And what you need to remove is this one, have a database connected to our website. This one is by design, it's already there. So this one will remove because that is not a functional requirement. That is a technical requirement. Because how is it? It's not going to help the user or the client. The client is interested in the content being safe or easy to, once you have a database will now provide some good things that will add to the product. So we are looking at the product, but these are now tools that you're using behind the curtain. So the client doesn't have to know whether you have a database connected or so. They may just know it is under the curtain, but it should not be something that is coming out strongly. Like talking of saying you use a PHP or you use how do you call it? Or you use whichever kind of language. That one is not a functional requirement. That is just those are just tools or platforms that enable you to come up with a product. So this one is okay. And also try to use the full words, admin, admin, app, those are slang. Those are not English words. So just say only administrator account should be password protected. Now, to make this better, just say the website will, the web application on the website will have an administrator account, will only have an administrator account allowed to log in using a password. So you can make it, you can convert it in a way that it brings that out clearly. Then yeah, so that's how you will put it. But this is okay. Just try to reward it. The website should show interest of what the user would want to see once they have logged in. Now, this one may be contradicting. Once they have visited, because you've said it is only administrator who will be logging in.
No, what I wanted to have in is that even the users can even log in and register themselves, so that once they've registered, they get to have a personalized experience based on their interests. So the admin will be there, and just to monitor and to come up with these reports, and just to be like the boss at the back end,
Okay. So Usman, what now you need to do is this one. Now you should not say only.
Oh yeah.
Contradicting. So what you can say is that the first functional requirement will be user sign up or user registration and login. And then the second one, you can talk of administrator backend. I like calling it administrator backend,
Yes.
Which will give the administrator which will give an option or which will give which will provide management of the site content. So you can talk of administrator backend, providing means for managing the site content. So I believe we are together there.
Yeah.
So that this one fits in nicely.
Yes.
This one will fit in nicely. So don't remove this. I like this one.
Thank you.
Yes. And then the statistics should be well informative and easy to understand. Now, the statistics should be well informative and easy to understand. This is also good, but it is not a functional requirement. This now comes to non-functional, right?
Okay.
Yes. being easy to understand, being well informative. This now becomes a non-functional requirement. So please take it to the non-functional part.
Okay.
Are we together?
Yes.
Okay. Users should be able to easily access preloaded videos. This is very good. This one leave, that's okay. Now, coming to non-functional,
Yeah.
should be accessible on all web browsers. That's okay, that's a tick.
Yeah.
But you can't say all. So
Okay.
to be on the safe side, say in almost, because it can't be accessible in all web browsers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so just say in almost all web browsers. Then that is, that's a very good non-functional requirement. The website should have minimal time lag when storing the user data into the database. Okay, and this is also good. So we'll try to test that and see how. Now this minimal, you can give some time, because minimal, 1 day is also minimal, as 1 hour or even 1 minute or 1 second. So minimal, you can give it some time, because this is relative. So give it some time. So
Maybe like what, 15 seconds?
yeah, it will depend with what, because you are going to test this, so you have to be realistic.
Okay.
Yeah, so if it is going to pin you down, then you don't put it.
Okay.
Yes. So you have to be, you don't pin down, you don't prosecute yourself, you defend yourself.
Yes.
Because you are writing your own judgment. So you have to be very friendly with yourself. At the same time, you want to be good, but you don't hang yourself. So you can think about that somewhere. Restricting the number of people who can access the user's data to only admin and to maintain security and privacy. Restricting the number of users to who can access the user's data to only admins to maintain security and privacy. So this one is a functional requirement.
Is that what?
This one is a functional requirement because it is something that you are going to work on. But I was thinking you've already taken care of it, where we have the backend.
Yeah.
So what you can say, maybe I can preempt what you wanted to say, is that the system will be secured by allowing all the administrators to access the user's data. Is it that what you meant?
The system will be secured by only allowing only admin to access user data. Yeah, that's in a way that's what I meant. Okay, I didn't want any user to just log into the trend. What I was trying to avoid is now I didn't want a user to go to the admin section, put in their credentials, and then get access to the database for the users. So I just wanted to restrict it to the admins only, to the administrators, for them to be able to control and to see who's signing and etc. for the data for the users. But even yeah, this makes sense. So now this will now be what the functional requirement. The system will be secured by allowing only administrators to access user data.
Yeah, so these are functional.
Okay, so that I'll then transfer it to the functional side, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So in terms of security,
Yeah.
what we usually say is that because security is a non-functional requirement,
Okay.
you can tell us how secure this system is.
Okay. In terms of?
Now, what you can talk of is you can talk of if there are ways in which you can encrypt some data, for example, passwords. You see?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you're bringing aspect of security.
So in non-functional, then we'll put that as the passwords encrypted of the users.
Yeah, so you just say that the system will be secured by having data being encrypted or passwords being encrypted. You see, but you should be sure that you are able to achieve that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can talk of providing a relatively secure system, which in which passwords will be encrypted. And through this, even if somebody hacks the password, they'll not be able to understand or decipher. So this provides security. What I'm trying to say is that there is some level of security.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can see means of achieving that so that your system is secure.
Yes.
Okay. All different types of users should be able to use and access the website. Okay. This one is also a good non-functional requirement, but this one also, I don't want you to crucify yourself because if you say all different types of users, then somebody will bring you a user who can't access the website, and they'll pin it down. They'll say, you say that all different types of users should be able to access. So your system will not be evaluated. You will not pass the evaluation.
Yeah.
So you can see specifically who are your target users. So you have to talk about the target users so that at least you are covered.
Where shall I talk about the target users? As in, can I say that
target in terms of countries, you can target in terms of the age groups,
Yeah.
You can target in terms of the devices that they are using. So you can say the website will be accessible to all users with the desktop, laptop. I don't know. You want just to give it a scope of those people who can access, so that if they ask you, if somebody comes, because if you talk here of different types of users, then if somebody will come and say they don't have a gadget and they want to access that website.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no, I get it. So yeah, no, I can restrict it to what kind of users in terms of the age groups and all, because most of it, the Olympics, that would be what from it wouldn't be the people 50 plus or 60 plus wanting to use it. So just need to see the age gap of the computer literacy.
yes, so there's aspect of literacy. So you can just say users who are able to, all users who understand, because you can also, this one can also limit in terms of language. So what you can say, all users having what? Having both desktop and handheld devices will be able to access the website uh, in English. So you can give some demarcation, unless you want to give various languages. So that one can
English.
you can here try to pick on something. Try to look for languages so that
Okay.
you scope it in terms of languages, or scope it uh, um, in terms of literacy, use of computers or use of these gadgets. You can talk of people because we also have the visually impaired. So is your website being able to be accessed using the visually impaired? Because you are talking of all types of users. So you can delimit, but just be specific. Don't put everything. Just try to limit. Just talk of if it is a language, then say it will be available in all languages, or it will be available in 2 languages only.
Okay.
Yeah. The website should be easily updated and maintained without causing an issue. How will you achieve this? Because easily updatable is a relative term. What will make it to be easily updated?
So in terms of how can I test this?
Yeah, this one, it's very hard. You have to talk of when you make up an update. Yeah? Are you talking of time, like, or when you publish content, does it appear immediately? And also in terms of updating, how easy it is. Can you use what makes it easy?
What I tried talking about is in terms of maybe when I would want to update the schedule of the sports,
Yes.
So how long does it take for it to reflect without giving any glitch?
Okay, what can cause a glitch? Maybe that one can give us an idea.
Maybe in terms of the network, I don't know.
Okay, if I may preempt your thinking,
Yeah.
probably you're talking of making changes and the site doesn't generate errors, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But once
Yeah.
you make some changes, then things still continue to function normally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would I put that?
Okay, so you don't say easily updated.
Yeah.
You can say the website will be uh, will be will be reliable in that
Okay.
changes made will not cause um, problems with the functioning of the website, or will not bring it down. If you make a change and the site goes down, the errors are encountered, and now people can't access. We get errors here and there from the website. And
Otherwise, sorry.
And I believe you are able to achieve that because we'll tell you to update something, and we go to the website and check whether there are no errors.
So I can specify maybe what I would want to update to make it easier.
Yeah, so you can just be specific so that you are going to work on that and ensure that it can be achieved.
But otherwise, is this a good non-functional requirement?
The way you can put it, I like it because you are talking of reliability. When you talk about reliability or stability of that system, Stability is a non-functional requirement. Yeah?
Yeah.
Stability, reliability, you know.
Yeah.
So you can bring it out in a subtle way where you're talking
Yeah.
about the website will be okay. The website will be reliable or will ensure reliability of the website um,
Yeah.
by um, by enabling changes or updates of content without interfering with the normal function of that website.
Okay.
Bring it out the way we would want, but I believe you are getting what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bring the aspect of reliability, whereby
Yeah.
you can make changes on the content, and these changes will not affect the functioning of the website.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, so just try to put in some words there so that is
Yeah.
captured. Then
Okay.
wish list should be related to what you have said here. So don't pick a wish list. It is
Yeah.
outside what you want to deliver.
Oh.
Yeah, so it should actually build on top of the functional and non-functional requirement. They should be related. Don't pick something that is completely outside, because I've not seen something to do with streaming or ticketing
Mm.
unless it is really related. Then you can see.
Because okay, what I was if you're talking about now this having live shows, so how will we be able to show the live shows in our website? I was not able to understand that. That's why I was talking about having maybe pre-recorded videos or stuff like that.
Now, because you have a pre-recorded videos
Yeah.
on your wish list, now you need to have a live stream instead of pre-recorded video.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But you can achieve live stream.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
you can easily achieve live stream. Um, but if you are still not sure, I'm not forcing you to have that.
Yeah, no, just because I was not able to understand how the fact that okay, fine, we made my website. Now, okay, how to connect now the live stream, because of course they will want to test the live stream if I mention it. So in case the live stream fails to work, I don't understand how that will happen then.
Okay, that may be a story for another day, but it's possible.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah, so that can be one of your wish list.
okay.
Instead of having a pre-recorded videos in your wish list, you'd have live live streams.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just go through. Be able to have a safe, secure monitored betting for games. I don't know why you are talking about betting.
I was thinking, wish list, maybe something out of the box.
Okay, but you should build on top of what you've been talking about. Let us not deviate so much and as something an afterthought.
Okay.
Yeah, let it revolve. Like this one, I like this one. Have an option of live 24/7 chats, health chat. I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is good because, in fact, if somebody would come up with this kind of, in fact, coming up with a chat is a complete whole system. If somebody would come up with a chat,
yeah,
that would be a very nice system.
Oh.
Yeah, but you put it as a wish list.
Wish list.
Okay. Have a section that sells signed T-shirts by participants for fans to collect as souvenirs. Okay, this is still related. allow the users to get a virtual tour of where the games will be played. This one also is okay. So your wish list is okay. I'm not sure about the betting, but
I'll have that changed.
yeah, this one I think you did good work there. So
But
just
sir, in terms of functional and non-functional, I still have a bit of confusion understanding the difference between the two. Maybe if you can help me clarify that.
now I can explain this in terms of if you go to if you go to a shop to buy or to a ceramic to buy say let me just talk of something very simple
Yes.
like a cup. You want a cup
Yeah.
for serving yourself tea. So when you talk about
Okay.
functional, functional may be in terms of size, like what is the volume, the features that it possesses, the features that um, are going to be used to enable the user to fulfill their requirements. Like you want a cup that can hold some liquid, so it should not be porous. So if it is not porous, then that one is a functional requirement.
Okay.
And then it should not if you put something hot, then it should not um, become hot, like the hand where you hold it. So the holder or the handle should be put in such a way that it doesn't become hot or cold if a liquid is poured inside that cup. That is also another functional
Functional.
requirement.
Mm.
But
So basic.
non-functional
Yeah.
are now the nice features about it that are mainly for aesthetic. They are not for any use. They're just for aesthetic preference. Something about color. Color is will be a non-functional. Talking about how smooth it is, those are non-functional.
So if I get it right,
Yeah,
functional is now what makes your system to outstand the features it can outstand with. Now the non-functional is what helps in supporting it to be outstanding.
exactly. So non-functional will okay. You have to have a functional requirement that supports non-functional. Non-functional are they support the system. They support, but they are not that okay. Functional, in a simple way, functional are things that the system should do.
Okay.
But non-functional are just quality or the attributes, like how the system looks like, you see, how fast,
Yeah.
how secure it is. But that is not what it's going to do. That is just some good features about it, some quality attributes of the system.
Okay.
So I believe we are together there.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah. What the system is going to do vis-a-vis the qualities or the properties of that system.
Is the non-functional?
Non-functional, yes. Okay, now general limitation, lack of time, as this will make it hard to edit every section to make it suitable for all types of users. The system will be accessed internationally, but unfortunately it will be written in English, thus making it harder for others to understand. So you see, this is good. This is good. And you could now include something like that here under
In the
non-functional requirement. So just say the site will only be available to users who understand English.
Okay.
Then you need to also think of such kind of systems. What else do they usually have? So that you also state it here.
Okay.
Yeah, using open source database to show data of users can be risky, as this data can be easily stolen. Having only one machine to carry out the operation of coding can make machines slow and to freeze, thus unable to be productive and efficient. Okay. Yeah, I think this is also good. But you need to justify this because some open source databases are very secure. But for now, we'll allow you just to use that.
But no, if you want, I can. What else can I talk about in the limitation on resources?
Limitation is looking at, you see, now you have wish list here.
Yeah.
So you can also pick some aspect of wish list and generalize. You don't like pick one by one, but what are they talking about in general that you could not achieve? That you are just restricting yourself to something. So here, lack of time will make it hard to edit. I don't think if this is a constraint. Oh, okay. Lack of time, as this will make it hard to edit every section to make it suitable for all types of users.
Yes, because I had mentioned it should be able to be accessible to all type of users.
Yeah, so you'll have to remove it.
That, oh, I remove it.
Lack of time, as this will make it hard to edit every section to make it suitable for all types of users. What did you mean? Because you've talked of personalization. When users log in, website should show
what
it.
I meant.
Of
What I meant was, like you see now, like the different types of use, the beginner, the novice, and then the expert. Yeah. So now making it suitable for all these three type of users, it will take time. But since the lack of time, I won't be able to sit down and make it suitable for all these type of three users.
Okay. For all users based on their literacy. So you can bring aspect of computer literacy.
Okay.
Yeah, you can talk of that there. The system will be able to be accessed internationally, but unfortunately written in English, thus making it harder for other users to understand. Okay, this is good. That I think that is good. But you need to prove why you can't make it in other languages.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because I know right now there are tools that can be used to convert your content into multiple languages.
Yeah.
Okay, limitation on resource.
Maybe by talking about programming skills, language, or
Yeah, you can talk of programming, lack of programming skills, or okay, using an open source. Okay. Having only one machine to carry out the operation of make machine slow, to freeze, and able to be productive and efficient. Okay. Due to insufficient funds, we cannot acquire licensed software, and we won't have enough manpower to recruit and to delegate tasks, thus making efficiency to fall when meeting deadlines. Okay, now when it comes to funds, You need to, I don't know, that you are talked of something here about security. So you need, these things need to be tied here, because you don't have enough money, and you will not have a comprehensive. Now, let me give you an example. If you have this here as a wish list, this one should come out under a constraint, because you'd wish that to be there, but it can't be there, because this wish list is coming because you are short of, you are limited, but you would want these two. If you had all the time, then you could implement this, right? But why can't you have a chart? Why? What is making you not to have a chart on your system? It may be technical, right? And also time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, lack of time. This should come out due to lack of time. I will not be able to. This system will not take into consideration chatting option or other ways in which users can interact with the website owners. You see?
Yeah.
So that will come out very clearly. It will not have the chatting option.
Yes.
Under your wish list. If you had all the resources, then you'd implement your wish list.
Yeah.
So the constraint should be geared toward this wish list. Okay. So when you talk of insufficient funds, you can check on what requires funding. Like this, acquiring licensed software. Which software do you license? Are you looking for?
Like good, because at that time I was thinking about the database. So that's why I said open source database should be used. So instead of using open source, you could use maybe a private kind of, or opting for cloud technologies. Yeah.
Okay. So that, I think that one can come out, because this system needs to be hosted. Will you host it on cloud, or will you make it local? So if you will host it, if you will not host it, then it is because of budget. So you say due to insufficient fund, I'll not be able to host this system. And now it should come under non-functional requirement. The system will only be accessible. If you say it's going to be accessible to all users, then you talk of when hosted.
When hosted, yes.
You see, because it cannot be accessible to all users if you have not hosted it. Yeah. So under limitation, you say, I'll not be able to host the system because of lack of sufficient funds. So due to insufficient funds, I'll not be able to host the system. Hence, not everybody will be able to access. Or you can just leave, okay, so that you don't expose yourself a lot. You can just say, due to insufficient fund, then now you can list things that are coming out because of insufficient fund. One of them being able not to acquire proprietary database software, as this project will only use open source databases. And then you say will not host on cloud, as this system will only be available locally in the local machine. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Then since there are not so many websites that offer to view pre-recorded games online, having a reference material to refer to, so we need to check on that, will be hard, and this can cause problem when designing the database to meet up the ethical and legal standards for the Olympic. I don't know what you mean here.
So because okay, I was trying to understand what can one talk about the limitation on standards. For my understanding, standards is now the way how the standard you need to meet up to the certain requirements, to the certain level of standards. So that's why I came in to now talk about that. Since I'll be showing my website will be showing pre-recorded videos for reference material somewhere to refer to get an idea or to consult, since there won't be so many people, so it will be hard to consult and reference to. Thus I can mess up around with maintaining to the ethical and legal standards meant for the Olympics.
Okay. So
Unless you can make me understand what is required for the limitation on standards if it's wrong.
okay, what you can talk of is that the website will not be able to meet the legal and ethical standards for the Olympic because of you are talking of pre-recorded games.
Yeah.
And what does the Olympic standards require? You don't need to record.
No, because most of them I know that they do have video highlights available. Like I went to the website for the Olympic, they did have for 2018, 2014 highlighted videos.
Yes.
It's just that I didn't know what to put in. So that's why I kept in this. Like I didn't know what was being asked. Yeah.
I think if you go that direction, you may get stuck.
Yeah.
I think you can go the way of just on the display.
Okay.
For example, the look and feel. The look and feel of your website may not meet the look and feel of the Olympic, what the Olympic Games would be expecting, and this is because well, let me see. What you can say is that due to limited time, you'll not be able to conform to the all the heuristic user interface heuristics, which requires time and also certain features that you may not be able to achieve. So what you can do is that look at it in terms of the expectations of a user interface to the standards for Olympics. So talk of limited time to do all the tests, user interface tests.
Limited?
Yeah, limited time to do a comprehensive user interface test to the standards of an Olympic website. You can just talk of that.
Okay.
Yeah, so what it means that your website, well, it will be good, but you not have the time to test it thoroughly. You see?
Yeah, to test it thoroughly if it meets the standards of the link picks.
Yes, because with the testing, you know, you will have users from different countries to log in and try to interact um, with this website. Try to check on how many concurrent users can it serve. Like if 1,000 people log in at the same time, you will not be able to
Mm,
test that. You see?
mm, mm.
Yeah, so you can put that as a limitation.
That since I won't have enough time to test, I won't be able to meet, since I won't be able to test it thoroughly to see if it meets the standards of the Olympics,
Yeah,
I won't, no, wait, I won't be able to, due to lack of time.
yeah,
So I can talk about lack of time again because I did mention it above.
yeah, yeah. Okay, now when you are talking about constraints, uh,
Yeah.
it's not a must that you have to separate them. Eh?
Okay.
What you are looking at is your system. Now, your
Okay.
system, there are things that you are not able to complete. You'll not able
Okay.
to do them well. Some you'll not be able to
Okay.
do. Some you'll do, but you'll not do them thoroughly.
Okay.
So these things you can't do them thoroughly. Some
Yeah.
you wish they were there, but you'll not be able to get them.
Okay.
And this is because of lack of resources at your disposal. One of them being lack of time.
Okay.
Yeah. So what needs to come out is you don't need to separate them this way, but
Okay.
you have um, first of all of one limitation, then you give a reason because the reason may be because of lack of time and also lack of budget. You see,
Okay.
then you give another limitation. You also give another limitation, another limitation.
Okay. So for
And you the way you have put it is very nice due to lack of
yeah.
time. So something that will make you not to edit all sections. So you can say that this web system will only be
Mm,
available in English due to lack of time that is required to edit every section um, of the website that
yeah.
will enable it to make it suitable for all types of users or to be accessed internationally.
Yeah.
So what is coming out is website being available only in English. That is the
Yeah.
concept. Yes,
So we give the constraint and then we explain.
exactly.
Explain how that constraint is affecting us to achieve what we want to do.
Very good. So the constant should be the main thing.
So how that constraint is restricting us.
Exactly. And you give a reason. You give a reason why there is that constraint and how is it going to impact on the system. So I believe we are okay there.
Yeah.
Okay. Then resources. The client will be a source of collecting data such as different types of games they host, how many countries shall be coming, and with how many participants. The university shall provide a platform to communicate with the client and get their feedback. The number of people involved in the project will be the person designing the website and the client, which the product is meant for. Muhammad Usman is it's one of the IT professionals recruited by the city of Yokio. has skills in programming, database, designing user interfaces, data analysis using Excel. We shall use MS Project as project management tool since it is free and effective. We shall use HP laptop to code with specification of Intel Core i7, internal storage of that, and RAM of that, making it faster when typing the code. And when coding, we shall use various languages and web development tools in order to make the website complete. I like this one because these are the resources actually you will be using. So this one is well written.
Thank you.
This is good. So just ensure you use now the wordings. For example, Excel, just make sure it is correct. Like you put capital, Microsoft project, you put, because these are things that are known as a project management tool. So I like the way you put it. This is what we are looking for. It's not imaginary resources, but these are resources that you'll use and how you'll use them. So this is very recommendable. Okay, then evaluation. We shall evaluate the system using iterative methodology. Evaluation will be carried out from the start to finish to make sure that the requirements are met and the system evaluation will be carried out from start to finish to make sure that the requirements are met as the system is being developed. The main aim of the evaluation will be to examine whether we have met all the requirements of the client or not. The interface shall be tested based on the accessibility of different types of users. We shall also test certain functionality, such as data can be stored correctly in the database. Using questionnaire to collect data and see whether it has met the different user functionality. Can users view their game's interest? Can they easily navigate? Is it promoting various games by talking about it? Can the user register? Can the users easily register? Okay, now here, this is also good. Let me just finish. Has a prototype and test it. Check how good usability is. Monitor any complaints the system being down when an update has been done, or pre-recording is buffering too much through the social media. I like this. So this is also good because these are the things that we'll be evaluating. And some of the expected, so you look at the input and the output, expected outputs, and to ensure that whatever we had promised up there, we are able to achieve it. So what you are going to edit or improve on is on this part. Yeah, this one is generic. Remember, in this project, we want to make it as ours as possible. Evaluation will be carried out from start to finish to make sure that the requirements are met. What you already told us, the system that is being developed. So you need to tell us, evaluation will be carried out from start to finish to make sure that then we go and check the product you wanted to deliver to ensure that the website, we said the linking to our website to the database is not the main thing. The website will be able to provide. Now you can pick, remember you are going to rework on
Rewrite it.
so that you bring out the main features. So the main features are the things that we need to see here. So if it is an issue of statistics, so evaluation will be carried out from start to finish to make sure that the website gives correct statistics. Just highlight, you don't need to mention everything. Is able to generate correct statistics, which are well informative and easy to understand, and users are able to easily access preloaded videos. Those are now things that should come here. You don't need to repeat because we know what evaluation is. So here you are just repeating what evaluation is, but you want to know how you are going to use it in your own project. So the main aim will be to examine whether the statistics are correct and that the preloaded videos can be easily accessed by users. The interface shall be tested based on its accessibility of different types of users. So this one we said, you can't achieve this because somebody who is visually impaired will come and will tell you that you want to test for accessibility. And here you will get stuck. So you must be very, very explicit on this part so that you are not cornered. We shall also test certain functionalities such as the data being stored correctly in the database. So this one we can allow, but remember we wanted to just have the main things. Here, evaluation, you also don't have to tell us everything, but just the key things in terms of the input and output. I like this one where you talk of questionnaire. This is an input. So using questionnaire to collect data, and you need to tell us where will you collect this data. And this is also generic to see whether it has met different user functionalities. Okay, then you have given examples. So this one is accepted. This one is accepted. Yeah, because you've gone ahead and told us specific user functionality. Is it promoting various games by talking about it? And please be sure that we will be able to test this. Huh?
Yeah, what I was thinking about, is it promoting the various games by talking about it, so that when the user is at any page in the website, there's like a pop-up comes up, or like, you know, when you go to a website, there's that advertisements on the side. So instead of that, now I can have like a did you know fact about, you know, like did you know this, did you know that, you know, something like that.
Okay.
So it will be visible on the website.
Okay. If you know you are the one developing this product, so we are waiting. As a client, I'm just trying to understand, but you're the one who knows the final product. So that's still okay. If what you're explaining is hard, then that's okay. So this part, I think you've also done well. You need just to remove the generic.
Phrase it.
Yeah, just rephrase it so that you remove the generic parts. Yeah, so I think Muhammad, that is it. I believe you've taken notes, so you can.
Okay, but so okay, now you've gone through. So now, is this a network solution based, or is it computer based, or is this a system? Because if you read over here what I've written in the overview, that where is it? Yeah, here, where your mouse cursor was, the city Yokio, the city. Just go a bit down. Just go a bit down. Down. Yeah, so you see there, the city of Yokio then hired a team of IT individuals to help the committee to design, create, and use a web-based system, in this case, a website. So how I put that, is that correct?
Yeah, that's why there's some issues of repetition.
Okay.
So our web-based system is actually a website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is a repetition. Now you can just explain that this web-based system uh, will be used to promote various games played by various participants. Yeah, so you can go ahead and just explain this. But this is a repetition. So a web-based system is also a network solution. It's only
Okay.
that it's a software. It is software based, but it is network.
So okay, fine. So what I'm now designing is a website. So the website is a network solution based and is even a web-based system, but a website. So it's not like I'm going to now go and start designing software with GUI and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I just wanted it to be clear because you see, what the examiner will see is what he's going to test for. So if he's expecting a system and I'm actually designed as a website, then that will contradict.
Okay. Now there's a blurring line between a website and a web-based system. When you talk about websites, a website is more of information rather than having quite a number of transactions on it. For example, go to, I can give you an example of, say, a website for the nation media. If you go there, then that's basically a website. But if you go to their careers portal, which is still also a website, you'll find it's more of a system. It's more of it's now a system because it's not just providing information, but it's providing some processes that can be undertaken online.
Okay.
So are we together? Web-based system is a web application, which may be a software that was there to do certain transactions, to do certain processes online. For example, eCitizen for the Kenyan government is not a website. It's a web-based system. But when you go to the website of, say, Huduma Center website, and then you'll have just some information. It is an informational website. It's not.
So if I decide to then do a web-based system, then I need to show transactions taking place, people like a checkout page, buying and selling kind of a thing.
Yeah, that is an example of a transaction, but it is based on what you have told us, the product that you want to deliver. Let's see, like sign up, registration, sign up, that's already is a web-based system. If you have those sign up, at least there's some kind of interaction. The user interacts with the system in a close way. It's not one. It is both ways. It's not one side. A website will just, it's not that interactive. It will only give you information which you need to consume. But the input is less. You give less input. You only get the output most of the time. So that's how. Yes.
Yeah. So based on now you being my client, based on what you have seen, do you think this is a web-based or a website?
It's a web-based system because you are going to generate reports. I believe these reports will have a way in which you can filter them.
Yes.
So you have some input, from the user. The user has a lot of input, then they get output.
Yeah. So my question now is, when I'm now talking about the system, do I refer to it as a website or do I refer to it as a web-based system? I don't know.
Whatever you've said is a web-based system.
Okay, so fine. Then I'll just stick to the web-based system then.
Yeah.
Because I don't think so. It's more like, so from my understanding from what you just said, then a web-based system is, it is a website, but allowing you to now have that interaction with the website, allowing you to carry out transactions like going to different web pages, accessing the different subcategories, generating reports, stuff like that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, web-based is where you have certain interaction, like you've just given a good example of checkout. You go select some items, put them on your cart, and from there you go and do a checkout. So
Yeah.
look at that as a transaction. Another one is you can give it in such a way that the reports that you're generating are customized, that the user can select categories. They don't just see reports that any other person can see. Let it be in such a way that you can customize these reports, you can filter, you can do what, such kind of things.
Okay.
Then you have a backend. It's based on how much work you've done on the backend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. So that is most of it then, I guess, then in terms of, so that's what's a web-based system. It's not about now like designing a special software, it's more like a website, but now with more accessibility options to the user.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Because if it was purely website, which is also still accepted,
Yeah.
then you want very nice interfaces. If your interest is on information, how nice is that information being displayed? How have you used the colors? So we'll be testing on the interface. We'll be testing on the design.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
so after looking at through my work, so basically what now distinguishes mine from a web-based and a website is the checkout pages, then the reports, yeah, stuff like that.
exactly.
Do I need to add in more stuff, or I think so? I can. That depends basically on me if I can now list.
Yeah, that is based on you, what
Okay.
you want to add, and you are able to deliver it.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Muhammad. I think that was a good work. Let me go to the next person. Um,
So is there an what do you call a practical side to this? Like, do we have to design a web page or something like that using HTML?
that is okay. Just come on again.
Is there a practical side to this, like where we have to design a web page using HTML and CSS?
You are talking of a tutorial, kind of a guide.
No, not a guide, but is there a practical side to the assignment?
Practical side.
Yes.
Maybe I'm not getting you. What do you mean, practical?
Like, do we have to do coding or something like that? Programming? Is there programming involved in this unit? Like, do we have to use a notepad to make a website or something like that? The product, do we have to design the product using HTML?
It depends on what you want to deliver and the tools that you have at your disposal. It doesn't have, you don't need to use notepads
Yeah.
design your HTML. You can use other tools provided you know how to use them.
Yes.
It will form um, part of your methodology, part of your uh, reflection in terms of what you've learned.
Okay.
Because this, if you use Notepad, then you have to convince us why you can't use other intelligent um, editors. Is it that
So yeah. Okay.
is it that you don't
So
know they exist, or is it that
yeah.
there's a reason why you need to use Notepad?
Okay. Okay.
So you'll
So
have
instead of theoretical, instead of this theory, like instead of theory stuff, there is a practical side to the assignment.
yes. After this is the first step. Like now
Yes. Yes.
I'm through with Muhammad.
Yes. Yes.
When he sends me the final document, I'll sign, and that is our contract.
Yes.
Him, that is the TOR, the terms of reference. So he will go ahead
Okay.
and develop that product.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And at the end of it, we'll now do a checklist. You are the one who told me you are going to deliver this.
Yes.
Where is it?
Okay.
Yes. So that's how we look at it.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so the next should be, okay, Naval, we had cleared with you. Muhammad, we are through. Now I think I need to check for Paul. Paul, you're next. So Paul, I believe you're there. Please confirm to me that you're there.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now, the final documents, once I sign, what you'll do is that you'll work on those changes. You'll send to me. Then I'll sign. Once I sign, then you'll convert it to PDF. You'll convert it to PDF. And you just call it requirement specification. Requirement specification .pdf, and that's what you'll upload as the final document, as the first document, the final and the first document for review. So that's what you'll do, Mohammed, as we had discussed. Okay, so
Sorry, sir, just sorry to interrupt you. So just to understand, okay, so after correcting, doing the changes, I send it to you, you sign, and then I sign, and then I upload it as a PDF into that same place where we've been communicating, where we created our e-portfolio, yeah?
very true. Under requirement specification, in fact, it's not a must you have to send me. You can just alert me that you've uploaded the final document. So what I'll do, I'll download it. You don't need to send, so that at least in terms of emails, in terms of it just alert me that I've uploaded the final requirements specification. So what I'll do, I'll download and sign, then send it to you for uploading.
Oh, okay, fine. So, okay, thank you, sir. No worries.
All right. Okay, thank you, Paul. All right, so the overview. The Fan Olympic Committee oversees the administrative and operational function of running of 2021 edition, which were to be hosted in the city of Yokio, which are to be, okay. So this is okay. It has a history of managing similar events in previous years, and is run by a membership of 10 persons who are devoted in in by the respective countries. I think that should be countries on a 6-year rotational cycle. Okay, so Paul, you're very precise here, which is good. You have paraphrased it. So you can just introduce yourself briefly, these 10 people, just what you are, how you are coming in, how you are linked it with the Fun Olympic, just briefly. In fact, this is very okay. This is okay, very precise. You have given a good background in terms of how Olympics are done and how they are going to be hosted this sporting year. So just add something about you as the consultant. So you can just say the committee having a history of managing similar events. We have been approached by this committee to deliver a web-based system that is geared towards supporting these games. So you can just say something that links yourself with the Fun Olympic Committee. So I believe we are okay there, Paul?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, all right. The committee would like to acquire a customizable and user-friendly web system to publicize and offer fans access to the games from remote locations across the globe, and should cater for the dissemination of information regarding the entire event, including broadcasting of individual games. So this is perfect. This one, I don't need to say anything, but this is what we are looking for. That's perfect and to the point. Then coming to functional requirements. So you talk of a login module, user registration management and display, okay. Event scheduling management and display, games information, audio stroke visual galleries, history management and display, athletes profiles management and display, country profile and country profile management and display, game results capture and tracking. This is also is to the point. And then something that I'm seeing something to do with event scheduling. So Paul, what is the cutting edge feature for your product? Just one cutting edge feature.
So looking at the results of games once they've happened, being tracked online. So like you have a table showing the scores and even a medal tracking.
Okay.
Medal tracking what module?
Okay. So yours is about managing scores. Or the results.
It's the scores basically allowing users to follow the scores.
Okay. All right. So I get it. So I'm thinking let it come out as part of this. Let that one come out. You know, the niche of your product should come out. Like what are you concentrating on, which is unique? So as you say, the committee would like to acquire. Okay, here, sorry. You need to tell us. It's not the committee would like to acquire. So you say you are the one who will deliver. Already you've known what the committee are asking, but you are promising them. you are promising them something. So that whatever you are promising them is what you put here. So you just say, the product that will be delivered to the Pan Olympic Committee will be a customizable, user-friendly, web-based, with scores tracking. I don't know how you will call it, but you need to mention it. Let it be mentioned.
Let me ask you on that part. Because you have suggested something for the overview part.
Yes.
That's where I was going to put in. Okay, I've already rephrased it, and I'm saying the committee has acquired the services of a consultant,
Yes.
who will be referred to as the developer of the system described below. If I put that in the overview section, is there a need to repeat it in the product section? And I'm also looking at.
In fact, what I'm seeing, this one, you see this part, should come up here. So the committee, the Pan Olympic Committee, would like to acquire a web-based system to publicize and offer fans access to games from remote locations across the globe. And we have been identified as the consultant to work on this, or to deliver this, you see. So just tie it together so that at least you, the consultant, and the Pan Olympic Committee, there's something bringing you together. Now, here on the product to be delivered, you now you now remove that. The product to be delivered is, so just say the product will be, the product to be delivered to the Pan Olympic Committee. Remember, I'm a client, I'm the client, but I'm representing the Pan Olympic Committee. So here you can say the product to be delivered to the committee will be this, or the product to be delivered to the client. Or if you don't want to repeat, you can just say a customizable, friendly web-based system. Although those words, you must be very cautious with them, because what is customizable to you and friendly to you may not apply universally. So at this point, you try to be cautious with relative terms, and because if that product is not customizable, then the client will say you have not delivered what you promised. So you can just here just try to use the product features. Just try to concentrate on the product features without bringing in the relative terms, and just focus on one or two main features, which you can just summarize in terms of putting it there. I know you've talked about dissemination of information, but this is not what it should come out very clearly, that you are concentrating on scores. So let it come out clearly that you were going to deliver for us a product that enables users to track game scores and medal from wherever they are, at the comfort of their zone, the comfort of their seat. And now you can add dissemination of information regarding the entire event. Then we say including broadcasting of the individual games. I don't know broadcasting what it means. Is it a live stream or what? This one now you have to also be clear about that. And games results, capturing and tracking. In fact, this is the main, as per your what you've said, this is actually the main feature which should be mentioned up here. Apart from mentioning this other aspect, but this one needs to come out clearly because you are concentrating on this. Okay, coming to non-functional requirement, the system will be web-based and will be running on Apache Dart or above web server, operate in Windows, Linux environment with a MariaDB 10 or higher in both physical and virtualized environment and should be easily portable across servers. Yeah, I like this, but I don't know why you chose MariaDB 10.
It was just because it was the latest version of the database, similarly with Apache. So I mean, you're looking at not picking an older version of the hosting infrastructure.
Yeah, but when you talk of MariaDB, have you worked with it? Do you mean
Yeah, it's just like MySQL.
MySQL. So you instead of MySQL, you want to use MariaDB.
MariaDB, yeah.
Okay. If you are okay with that, because we may ask you to open for us this MariaDB, and if you have MySQL and you told us it's MariaDB, then becomes we say you've not delivered what you promised. So I think that's okay. If that's what you've said, then that's okay, and I like it. You're very specific. That is very good. Then you say the system should be compatible with major browsers. Okay, so convert this. You started well. You say will be. So I think just maintain that because this is something you are proposing. So the system will be compatible with major browsers. So you are safe because you are not talking of all the browsers, but you're talking about major browsers. So you can just give us examples, maybe 2 or maybe three browsers on that part. I believe you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is okay, major browsers. Then you just say, for example, Google Chrome, Firefox, Mozilla Firefox, and Safari, among others. So that one, at least we know what you're talking about. But that is good. That whatever you put there that's a very nice functional requirement. At least one system administrator should be present in the application. Now, I'm thinking that this one should be a functional requirement as opposed to non-functional. What do you think?
The user registration already captures that part. I am just seeing it. Okay, but fine. I think we can go with your opinion.
Yeah. So this one can just add on. You see where you've said user registration and management, user registration, management, and display. Then you can add that.
No, it's not necessary to have it there. I can just remove it because the admin account will be taken care of by the user registration.
Okay. All right. I think I think I agree. So this one you can remove it, or you can paraphrase it and put it here. Because why do you have one system administrator account? Maybe there is a reason.
Well, okay, for deployment purposes, person who will, with the account that you'll use to have access to the system the first time it
Yes.
is executed.
Okay. So I think it can be silent if uh, if it's not going to add to the product, then it can be silent.
All right, fine.
Yeah, it can be silent. Or if it is something that you want to for it to come out, then you can rephrase it. I'm not saying that you can pull it down. You can still add it, but under functional requirements, put it in a way that it's going to support your product. Specifically, it's going to support your product. Okay, then number 11, the system will be implemented on the Laravel framework using PHP. Okay, this one, this is a technical requirement, but yeah, you can leave it. You can leave it. There's no harm with it. Only that if you are going to use that framework, and Laravel is already in PHP, so if you're using it, then we know you are using PHP. Yeah?
Yeah.
So you can leave it there, but you can also expound why Laravel. So instead of saying using PHP, you can just say it will be implemented on the Laravel framework because of 1, 2, 3. You see, so that will give. Yes.
Okay, I thought the issue about why a choice of a particular language was to be specified in the practitioner statement.
Yes, it will be specified, but you see, you're just you can also, or you can add the version because they are specific version, right? Yes, they are specific version. It's just a matter of gauging whether you understand, you are aware of you are aware of that that feature that the system will have for the properties. So maybe you can add something like the version that you'll be using. You can just mention probably why is Laravel. You don't need to explain like uh, everything, but you can just say in terms of you can just say maybe this system will be implemented on the Laravel framework version this, as this will shorten the duration for development. See, you can just mention something. Why is it? Why do you have to put it? Are we together there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that you don't just put it there for the sake of it. Why didn't you choose things like CodeIgniter or Ye? You know, why specifically Laravel? So you can just mention something that is unique to it, and that now makes your requirements very informed. It's not just a matter of choosing anything to be there, but they are chosen purposely with a reason, and it's going to help you develop a better product. Suppose you use other Cake PHP framework, would the product still come out the way you expect? So those are now the questions you need to ask yourself. But I like that. Logging of user access. Yeah, this is good. This one is good. So
I've just refaced that one in my new edit. I'm just saying the system will provide logging of user access.
okay. Can you talk of user logs? Because
Okay.
now a log has when you talk of a log, it has certain information. For example, the name of the user, the gadget used for logging in, the time for logging in, um, location probably, or the gadget that was used, something like that. So when you put it, then it will now take care of. So or you can expound. You can just say the system will have a log of users, um, specifically tracking the access, and you need to, and you need, okay, you need to also have in mind why you need to have these logs, because you may be asked,
Wait,
why should the system have logs, loggings of users access? How is it
okay,
impacting?
how does this sound? The system will log the user access and activities, including usernames, IP address, browser used, and timestamps.
Okay, so that is good. That is, in fact, you need whatever you've said. That is what you need to write there. And that one, that should be a functional requirement. That one should not be a non-functional. All right.
Okay, I'll move it up.
Yes, yes, but it's very good. I like it because and with that now because you talked of report, now you can get from which from which location do you get most users, you can actually check such kind of things.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, but it becomes a functional requirement. Okay, so I think that is that's done. And then let's come to wish list, translation to different languages, event notification by email or SMS, integration of streaming service. So these are very good. These are also well thought out, but you need to just to rephrase them because functional requirement, you need to say the system should have a provision to translate site content into different languages. Yeah, just make it, how do you call it? Make it to function like a requirement, a function requirement. Even this one, I think you need to change them and just write, maybe you can write one sentence up here. The system will have the following. Then now you can list them. Then here you can talk of, I would wish the system to have the following features. Or you can write them just each and probably give a reason why you think if you had this product to be delivered, why do you think that these ones should be part of the product that you want to deliver? So try to bring a connection. So for example, you will say, by the you make it as natural as possible. Like you can say, um, wish list, uh, the system would have a translation feature, which uh, will translate content to different languages apart from English, uh, in order to reach the mass audience from wherever they are. Because you have to give a reason why you'd talk of that, because you want this dissemination of information. So if the information is just available in one language, then you'd find that it will not do justice to others. Then event notification via email or SMS. Now, this SMS, you can also put it in full, short message system, something like that, text. But now how you reframe it is that this system would also have an event notification via email or SMS to relay game results in real time. You see, now you have tied it to whatever kind of product you are developing. So try to tie it to the product that you are developing, because you may be asked, why email? Why do you want those event notifications? What value are they adding to your product? Yeah, so you can talk of that. Integration of streaming service. So that one also, you can pick one of these, just relate. Why should the system have streaming service? So just pick a certain aspect here and tie it with this. All right, then coming to resources, limited development and deployment resources. The system will be in English only. The system will be web-based. The system will be fully usable on PC, Mac, Linux machine, and Android devices. You require minimal hardware resources from client device while achieving full functionality and defined performance. So here again, you need to tell us what the system, like this one is okay. The system will be in English only. Although I'm trying to avoid that, if you're developing a website, currently there are many tools. If you go to the practitioner, if you'll be writing your practitioner statement, the kind of tools that you'll use, it will not, there are ways in which you can have other languages included. So instead of saying English only, you can pick some English and French or something like that, so that you do, how do you call it? You do some justice to your current knowledge, because you should also not limit the current knowledge that you have. Yeah, but this is one of the constraints. And you should tell us, why is it that it will be available in English only, or English and Spanish or English and French or something like that. You need to tell us, is it because of time? Is it because of technological, in terms of tools or something like that? You need to explain. Yeah, the same way we talked concerning Muhammad. So the same should be replicated here. Okay, then in terms of resources, okay. So I think the project team comprises of that. Okay, so here you'll add n there. I think on the canvas it was not captured correctly, but okay, it's not a must. You must mention names, but you can just briefly explain how they'll be of resource to your team. If he's a client, and then just briefly, you don't need to go into all the details, but just briefly, just some wordings in terms of what they'll be doing. Database designer. We know it's the client, but in terms of, okay, you can just say something about the resource persons in terms of these. Database designer and developer, quality analyst and testing, developer and the client. Then you have duration, that financial budget, hosting environment, developers option. Okay, so this one, I don't know if you can give specific technical resources. Yeah, this is very good. Apache server with minimum. Okay, it's not Apache server. Okay, let me see if it's, I think you can talk about laptop because it is this is hardware. This is hardware. So it is a server, or you talk about, it's not Apache server. Apache server is the software, but you can talk of the machine having this specification. So instead of saying Apache server, just say a computer server or a desktop, a machine with this for hosting the system, which will be installed on top of it, the Apache web server. Then MariaDB server for the backend database, correct? PHP platform, elaborate for development and logic, okay. Bootstrap for styling, jQuery for client side validation and interaction, various open third-party plugins for site functionality, including data capture, form validation, fonts, icons, and notification. Online resources for troubleshooting and research. Okay, and this is good. The way you have done this, just give a small description here, basically what they'll be doing. But this is okay. This is well done. Then let's go to evaluation. Be conducted using user acceptance testing exercise, which will check each requirement against the delivered products and availability of agreed upon functionality. This will be done in multiple phases as will be defined the project schedule. The structure of the user acceptance testing will be as shown below. Test ID, okay. All right. So, Paul, what you can do is that You need just to give a sample, not necessarily all, but the main features, just as we had discussed with Muhammad. Instead of giving generic, give some specifics. And this should come in form of the key functionality. Then now you can say other functionalities may be tested the same using the structure shown below. And the example that you give here, don't talk of requirement one. You can just give that specific requirement. If it's about results, then test case name is scores um, scores display or scores update. Then yeah, you say step, then description, post score, save, then expected, check whether the score is displayed as required. Then this client response say it's fail or pass. So this is okay, but don't make it generic. Try to use um, those features that you have mentioned as part of your project. Yeah, so that marks the end for Paul. Paul, if you have a question, you can raise.
I'm okay. I'm good.
All right. Thank you. All right, so let me go to the next. I'm being told that I need to go faster. Yeah, I'm trying to go faster so that at least we take care of all those who had submitted. So here I'm for. Okay, so the next is Sahil. Sahil, confirm to me that you're there.
I'm here, sir.
All right, thank you. So let's look at yours. I think the rest it will now come easy because we have at least expound on the core areas that we need to look at. We only have around 24 minutes, so let's see. All right, so this is your requirement document. Okay, so building a website, UQ, because of the pandemic, the Olympic Committee decided that the games will go on without public attendance. The system web features main aim is where the online audience can come to the website to when the date of the Olympic Games. Also, the audience will know which countries are participating. Yeah, so this is also to the point. You'll just try to rephrase. I think there's some repetition in terms of the to and when. Yeah, I believe you can correct that, Sahil.
Yes.
Yeah, I think if we read this, you find that there's something that is not complete. But I like this is just enough for explaining the overview. Then the product to be delivered, the system for Yokio Olympic is going to be a web-based system where viewers can be informed about the upcoming games and the counties. Is it the counties or countries that are participating?
Sorry, sir, spelling mistake.
Okay. Okay, now let me ask you also, Sahil, what are you going to deliver? What is the main feature you are looking at, which you are going to concentrate on?
Well, the main feature is just displaying information to the audience, so they just know when the dates are for the games and which countries are participating.
Okay, so if you choose the option of informational website, then you need to work on the interface. You really need to work on the interface and make it to be an interface of Olympic standard, because that is where your work is going to be. And that will be the first question
Yeah.
you ask. That will be the first question that will be asked in terms of all this. What are you looking at? So that one should come out very clearly. Um, a web-based system. Yeah, so that word web-based system. Um, this word, I think you need to revise it. A web system where the viewers can be informed about the upcoming games and the countries that are participating. So here you need also to reward it, because there's some ambiguity somewhere. The system for Yokio Olympic is going to be a web-based system where the viewers can be informed about the upcoming game and the countries that are participating. Okay, so what I'm saying is that web system, people from the word go, people will be expecting a very interactive system. So you need to change a word here. Maybe you can talk of an interactive web or informational or how do you call it? Because you are not developed, you are concentrating on the designing of the website, not the system. So the website and the interface should be very, very stunning.
Understood.
Okay, so work on something and try to bring out clearly what you want to develop. Then coming to functional requirements, general information about Olympics, calendar of game events, list of countries participating, login page for the system administrator, and backend system where system administrator will make changes to the site content. All right, so I think this is okay based on the product that you want to deliver. Only that we'll be looking at this non-functional requirement, because if it is a website, informational, then non-functional become the core. So I believe we are together there, Sahil.
Yes.
Yes, so apart from just looking at this information being displayed, we want to look at how they are displayed. The system uptime will be 99%. Will it be hosted? Because if you don't host it, 99% and you're working with your laptop, I know it will be a bit of a challenge. Because your
Yeah.
laptop or your machine, if power goes or internet disappears, then I don't think it will give us that 99% uptime. But if you are going to host it, then you need that one we can ascertain. The system will have clear navigation, hence easy to use. That's okay. The website will have a simple security. For the system administrator, here also the wordings, I think something is not right somewhere. The website will have a simple security. Okay, now what you can say is that the website will have a login option for the system administrator, and this will ensure security of the site content.
Yeah.
Okay. The website will not be cluttered, and it won't have heavy images, which will increase. Okay, now what you can say, hence, this will increase its performance. So this is okay. The website will not be cluttered, and we'll check for these things, and it won't have heavy images. So if you go to our website and you find that some images are taking more than 5 seconds to load, and I don't know how you'll balance between good images and but light. So you have to think about that. You have to think about clear navigation, how you'll achieve this. And you need to add some more functional requirements, because we are looking at the website. We need to look at, apart from navigation, we need to look at the colors, and you need to add something in terms of the look and feel. Can you think about how you'll increase to make it to the standard of an Olympic web page in terms of the design?
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Okay, so try to add something in terms of design, because we want to have a very nice looking Olympic web page. Okay, wish list, add more layers of security as having an intrusion detection system, a response team if the website gets hacked, and a recovery plan if anything goes wrong, such as configuration or data loss. Performance of the website. I think this one you should need to remove.
Yeah, just ignore that.
Okay, so this one is okay. And okay, remove that. Provide information about each player participating in the Olympic Games. Are you not able to achieve this currently?
I am able to. I am
Yeah,
able
so
to.
I think that one should come under functional because that you can easily achieve that. So this should come there. It is something that you can get right now. When the user views a certain game and see which countries are participating, the user will have a button whereby if the user clicks on it, he or she can see how many people have cheered for that country, just to show a fun cheering. Okay, this is very interesting.
It's just a small, like a feature, like just to be a bit more interactive.
Okay, so I like this. This is very, very, it's well thought of, it's creative, and yeah, that one I like. That one is okay. You can add more wish list. For example, if you are talking about this, um, yeah, try to think about other things that you can include in this website that you are not able to achieve.
Okay.
Yeah, at least, here there should be at least three, basically 3 to 5 in each section. Just try to look for 3 to 5 in each section. Then on constraint, the website can only let audience see the game's date and the countries taking part in the game. Also, only administrator can log in and can change the information about the games. All right. With a lack of time, working in a team would divide the work and be faster in developing the website. So give some specific, which part do you think the team can work on? So just give an example. I like this, but just go ahead and give a specific, maybe just identify a feature which will be time conscious, that if a team would work on it, then you will be able to achieve. For example, this one you're talking about, so you can just say lack of time, divide the work, and for example, including a feature to enable user click a button and see how many people have cheered a country, uh, will not be achieved because of this. You see now you have given an example.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then security measure mentioned in the wish list cost money. Adding more layers such as having an intrusion detection system for monitoring the recovery if anything goes wrong. Yeah, so this one is also okay. So what you can say, you can go ahead and say, now for this system, the only security measure is the one that you have given. So go ahead and say, because all this require money, you will only manage to develop this kind of security measure, and that will make it complete. So this
Okay.
okay, still okay, just adding so that you flesh it up and make everything to be connected together. Only one person will be working on this project, which is Sahil Faldi, having a good background with the web development, which include that's HTML, good stuff, and PHP. Just make sure that this is in caps.
Okay.
Yes. Equipment that will be used include the following. Hardware, okay, that software. Yeah, make sure also that they are okay, because if you say Windows in small like that, then it may mean a window which is uh, totally different. XAMPP, So XAMPP, you also need to put this as an acronym. So make sure you put it in caps so that people know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just put it in caps, example caps, and we know it's for hosting. PHP admin also just put it in a nice way. PHP, then my admin. There's just look for how it is spelled and put it there. And now it is administrative tool which is used for managing. It's not storing the database, but managing the database.
Will change.
Okay. A text editor such as Notepad++ or Visual Studio Code. So you can also tell us how you'll use it for, say, for editing code, a browser for testing web pages. Okay. But your resources are not exhaustive. There are other things, for example, internet, for example, I don't know. There are some other things, because if you go to reflection and you mention something which is a resource and it's not included here, then it will mean that you didn't, it was not well thought out. So try to just include everything about what you require.
Okay.
Yeah, try to look at what the college is offering, and that is part of resources that are at your disposal. Yeah, just try to look around and see what will help you to achieve this project. Aim of this evaluation to test the system both functionally and non-functionally. Yeah, so this one already we know. So there may be no need maybe to repeat it again, but you can go ahead and see those what you want to evaluate. To test the website, a test case will be carried out to make sure that the website is working the way it's supposed to. The website will display general information about Olympic Games homepage and current week games that are going to be undertaken. The next page will show details of games. If the user selects on a certain game, the user will get to know the details of the games and countries participating. As an admin, now this, you know, these are slangs, so you have to write it in full. As a site administrator, I will be able to view the games details as well as will be able to change the details of the game. The website will be user-friendly. It will be easy to understand the website for the user. The site will have clear images and text with good fonts. So again, with good fonts, good is relative. So you can talk of clear fonts, or you can talk of, okay, you've talked of clear images. Okay, but you just try to check a better word instead of good. The website will have a clear navigation. The user will know where they are. The website will work all the time. It will be tested by going to the website at different times as morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Okay. All right. So I think briefly you have stated how you'll do the evaluation. So we'll be checking this when you are doing presentation, the final product. Yeah, so I think this is okay. Just try to make this to be not to be generic, but tied to the objective of your website. You can also talk of, I don't know how you'll do it. Will you collect users so that you observe them, or how are you going to do it? Maybe just elaborate to me the methodology.
So, sorry, sir, can you please repeat the question?
How are you going to collect the feedback from users? How? Okay, what is the process of like you are saying the website will be user friendly?
Yes. So,
It will be easy.
like as I've mentioned, that I'll have a test case,
Yes.
and then some like some users will be uh, looking at the website. In the test case, it will be in very detailed and very simple for the user to understand, like uh, what that certain thing is being asked for.
But how will you do it? Will you bring users in a room or a lab? How will you collect this? Will you observe them? How will you get this feedback?
They'll be in a room, all of them, and they'll test one by one.
Okay, so they'll give feedback in form of a questionnaire, or will you interview them, or will you give them a questionnaire?
I'll most probably I'll be giving them the test case.
Yes.
Then I'll be there to guide if they need help. That I'll make them understand each and every part of the test case.
Okay. So, in fact, what you've said is what I was looking for. In this part of the aim of evaluation will be to test whether now you are looking at the main thing that you are delivering, whether this website is able to give users, is able to provide users with information about upcoming games and countries that are participating. Then you go ahead and say the test case will be conducted using sampled users who will be given questionnaire or who will be observed. You know, I believe you understand what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yes, and their responses or their feedback will be noted or will be recorded. Then now you go ahead and explain this. This is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is okay. Just add that part of just basically how, okay, the aim, then you tie it to the main product instead of saying the generic things about both functional and non-functional. Then try to briefly explain the process, the methodology, then go ahead and do the process and the expected output, which you have displayed here. This is very good. This one is very, very good. So just add that part. I think it will be okay. So I believe you've noted the changes I've talked about.
Yes.
So once you work on it, don't leave any. I believe you are writing them down.
I've written them.
I'll just be concentrating on the areas that I've mentioned and sign it.
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you, Sahil.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Let me see. I don't know how many are remaining. Okay, now we have Kush.
So
Yes,
is
sir.
it fine if we can leave if we're done, if you're done with us?
No. You know, we are learning together.
Okay.
So I would want that you also see what others have done. If there is some ideas that you pick from different people. Remember, it's
Okay.
also about creativity. It's not about what is written. It is about also you being creative.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know I'll be ending. I'll be ending the next probably the next 10 minutes. By 8:15, I think we'll be done. So let me just try to be a bit faster because the 3, 4 that we've discussed actually simplifies everything. And those who had submitted, you know where you have slighted, and you can easily correct. I believe everybody's on board. I'm seeing we are 12. Remember, after this is when I'll take the attendance. So if you're not there, then you know you'll not be counted in. So just
So Kavit says he's taken a leave with apologies.
a leave.
Yeah, he's left, but
Who?
he's apologized. Kavit Shah.
Oh, Kavitsha. Okay.
It's on the chat.
All right. All right. Let me do this. Print. Okay, we can alternatively do this. If those who have who are still remaining is if you agree that there is something you've learned and you can go ahead and make the changes. Can we agree? Can we assume that that we do like that?
Yes.
Uh,
Sir, is it possible to have a one-on-one with you, like later during the week?
no. It's during the week. It's a bit tricky. Yeah, because we only have this. We only have this timing.
So what if you comment on the e-portfolio then? Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, what if you comment on the e-portfolio on our individual portfolios?
Okay, this is what we are going to do, because I know you may also be tired. Let's those who have not submitted to make changes based on what we have discussed. Then submit it to ePortfolio and send me an email once you have submitted, then I'll check it and give you a feedback.
Okay.
So that the feedback would be, you make now the final draft, and you'll be able to, I will be able to sign once you send it back to me. I know this
So
is usually this is usually the time consumed, but in terms of looking at this, because we have to check and be sure that whatever you are going to design, because this is what is going to determine everything. So we can't take it lightly. We can't take it lightly, and we have to be very sure. You have to know what kind of product you are going to design. And after that, now you go ahead and start working on it. So I think we can stop there.
So are you uploading this video to YouTube
Yes, I will upload it.
by today?
No, by tomorrow, because it has to be converted and have to do a few things on it.
Okay, okay.
Or I upload it onto YouTube and share with you the link.
Yes.
Okay. So we agree. We agree. For example, we have Kush. Kush has just left. We are to review his work next. We agree that those who had shared with me, plus those who had not shared. Now, those who had not shared, please, we are, it means you are really behind schedule, and you need to share them immediately, as immediate as possible. But those who had shared, I have all the charts, and I'll know now where you, at the point you are in. So that once you work on it, you send me an email. You send me an email stating that you have made changes and that I can now review it.
So can we get your WhatsApp number?
Okay, my WhatsApp, I would not encourage WhatsApp because
Just to notify you so that you get a quick what do you call, response.
no, if you use email will be faster, and
Okay.
I'll be able to track. With WhatsApp, because I may not have your number, so I may assume it's another student, because we are also dealing with other students, and it becomes, you can forget. I can forget that probably you had asked me to check on your work. Once I reply to it, it's very hard for me to go back to it and see that I had not responded to your query. So I would encourage you to use more of the email, because email is easy. Once you can read and read, or I can group them into in tray before I clear with it. Otherwise, you'll assume I've read it and I've told you I've checked on it, not only to realize that I had not checked it, and it has been populated with other charts, because with WhatsApp there are many charts, so it's very hard to keep on tracking, especially if you don't if it's a new number or things like that. So I'm saying that you can use email, or you can send text. I know it will, email is better. Email is better. But if I don't respond within 2 days, then you can send me a text, an SMS text. Then I'll respond to it.
So you can share your number now about for the SMS.
Sorry?
You said you will send we send an SMS. So but we don't have your number.
No, the number is there. If you look at the first lecture,
Okay.
I shared my contacts,
Yeah, okay.
both email and mobile.
Sir, so you'll still be giving me feedback on the portfolio?
Or Kush, you're back?
Sir, I've been here.
Oh, there's somebody who said he was leaving, who gave an apology.
That was Kavit.
Okay. Now, Kush, what you'll do, as we have agreed, I believe you've taken comments from those who have discussed,
Yes.
and you can now make changes on your document. Once you make changes, then you inform me. You send an email informing that you have uploaded the changes. Don't upload the same document, because it will make us to repeat the same things that we've repeated here. Send you back again.
Yeah.
You have to work on them again. That's why I opened this, so that all of us you participate, so that this enables you to make changes. Like one of you said, I should not open his, you see. One said, requested me not to, because he realized that there are some things he had left out, based on based on other comments from other colleagues. So that's what I'm saying, that you go work on the final, based on the reviews that you've done here, go and work on another draft, another version, put it on Canvas, then alert me by sharing with
Yeah. Yes, sir, I'll
the
do that.
portfolio link.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. So thank you. I think we'll stop there.
Yes, thank you, sir. Have a good night.
All right. You too.
Good evening.
Okay, good evening.
Sir. Hello.
Hello, Zainab.
Sir, I have made the changes. Can you please have a look at it?
Oh, you made the change now?
Yeah. As in like, I was not told much from your side. I just had to change minor stuffs. So So is it possible if you can check right now and just let me know that if I'm okay or not?
Okay. Okay, just hold there. Now that you're still there, let me just check if I can quickly comment on it.
Okay.
Okay. Please share your link, the link to your portfolio.
Yeah, I had shared you earlier.
Okay, you can just share again. I think the chats, there are quite many, so
Okay.
just share the link on the latest part, the chat.
I've sent you.
Okay, let's see. Zainab, this is your document, right?
Yes.
Okay, so overview. All right, overview is okay. You have linked the background information and you as
Yeah.
the consultant. So that one is okay. The product to be delivered, the end product will be a web-based, a web platform for the city of Yorkshire, which will view. So here, which will view, the product cannot view. So which will have,
Okay.
which will have a page to view the time and the date of approaching games of different sports, team details displayed, and countries participating in the Pan Olympic Games. Yeah, so this is okay, but you'll change this part, which will have a page showing, because view is the user.
But my main objective
Yes.
is to display the schedule of games of different sports.
All right. So what I'm saying,
Yeah. So
yeah, what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. It's about the wordings here. The end product
yeah.
will be a web-based, it will be a web platform for the city of Yorkshire, which will view. Now, the web page, the web platform cannot view. So you just say which will show. It doesn't view, but show the time and date of approaching games of different sports, teams. So instead of view, we agree you'll change that.
Okay.
Okay. Then functional requirements. That's okay. Functional requirement is okay. Non-functional. Okay, now here, here you need to reward this. If you talk of user-friendly, for ease of use for all types of users, offering maximum functionality. This one you'll not be able to achieve. So you need to rework on it.
Okay.
What will show that it is user-friendly?
Sorry, sir?
Yeah. How will you test for user-friendliness?
That if it is easy to use for all types of users.
And you know you can't achieve that for all types of users. And ease of use, what feature makes it, or what will it have that you'll say it is easy to use? What is the measure of easy, being easy to use?
Maybe I can say that in terms of navigation,
Yes.
it will be ease of use.
What aspect of navigation?
Like all types of buttons will be included, like back button and all that.
That is what I was looking for. So just say the web platform will be user-friendly and easy to use. For example, flexible navigation. You see, for example, the pages will have flexible navigation with back, e.g. having back and next buttons. That one you are covered, because nobody will tie you down and say this is not easy to use, because you have specified what easy to use, what qualifies it to be easy to use. So they try to amend that. The system should be able to run on all various browsers. Now, this one also, when you say all, you must be very cautious, because somebody will give you a certain browser, and if it doesn't run, then what will you say? You'll say the system has failed. So try to.
So can I like specify one or two example, Firefox or Chrome?
Yeah, so you can talk of major browsers or popular browsers like. So you give some examples like 3. You can mention them.
Okay.
Yeah. Security required for public to avoid any kind of hacking and cyber thieves accessing delicate information. Which kind of security is this?
As in not that excessive security, just a minor security. As in any information regarding the public, like for example, if I have contact form, and if a user inputs any of their address or phone number, so which should not be stolen from the database or that way.
Okay, so what you can say is that the web platform will have security features for protecting sensitive data or delicate, okay, you could call it access to, you call it delicate or sensitive information from the public. So you can also go ahead and tell us a simple way in which that security will be implemented. How will you achieve that?
Security, maybe encryption.
Yeah, so you can mention, you can just mention security features. For example, encryption of data will be used to protect sensitive information being accessed by the public through hacking or cyber. I don't know why you call it cyber thieves, because you now have to look for the related words.
Okay.
Yes, because if you talk of cyber thieves, then you may be you may be questioned. What do you mean? So just try to look for the words. It should be cyber crimes or cyber criminals.
Okay.
Yeah, cyber criminals is a bit related to cyber terrorism, cyber bullying, you see, and all that. So cyber criminals, those are those who do cyber crime. The system will be attractive in terms of colors, and the interface will be enjoyable. Yeah, so if this interface is not enjoyable and you don't have attractive colors, now you have to work on that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. The system will require consistency so that users guarantees comfort and gratification when using the system. How will you do that?
Like for example, in terms of a footer, it will have consistency of the information, like every page will have the logo, so that way.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and just explain briefly how that will be achieved. Then the system will be available 24/7 all the time. This one, I don't know whether you will be able to achieve it, because no system can ever achieve 24/7 uptime. So you can just say the system will be available. Are you going to host it?
Yes, but I haven't mentioned about that.
Yeah, so you have a space on the cloud that you are able to host, and people are able to access from wherever they are.
Yeah.
Okay. Then talk of don't say 24/7, because no system is 100% correct. So yeah, just try to give it 99%. 99% uptime. So you can talk of 99% uptime rather than giving it 100%, because nothing is perfect. You may find that sometimes it goes down, and yeah, you'll find that that now is not realistic. Yeah, but it's good. It's part of non-functional requirement. The system interface will have a clear language and simplicity well used. So clear language, I think this will boil down to ease of use. I don't know. So in this part of user-friendly or ease of use, include this.
Okay.
Yeah, just merge it because it's boiled down to user-friendliness. All right, then wish list. Provide a public live chat option for any inquiries. Okay, have a subscription for people to view the live stream games online. More security added. Which security? These two are okay, but more security. So you can talk of robust security features to be included. For example, so you can give us some examples of these robust security features. Huh?
Okay.
All right. Consent. The web main scope is to display Paralympic Games as per the date and time of various sports. The system includes viewing of team details and records of country participating games. Likewise, an administrator login required and rights to edit or update information regarding the games. However, the live streaming of games, public chats, and any inquiries could be done, but due to boundary of knowledge in web, this feature cannot enhance. So I think you need to do something there. Cannot be enhanced or something. I'm thinking that's what you meant. Similarly, lack of time is one of the boundaries when it.
Yeah.
Okay. And live chats choice in the web system. Adding more security can be difficult at times due to. Okay. So here you'll say will be difficult. So say because you are proposing. So make sure that they are in future. You are talking of the future. So adding more security features will be or would be difficult at times due to budget and constraint in the cost. The third-party security with cheap cost can be challenging to use as fewer features and risk using any hacking. However, using advanced and expensive security can cost more than expected. So that one is correct. That is, I don't have an issue there. Also, working in a group is more ultimate than working individual, as the system's nature will enhance and less time will be required when implementing the web-based system. However, working as a group reduces work due to share of workload between the groups. Yeah, so you need to tell us, because you're working individually, what will you not be able to achieve? This is well elaborated, but go ahead and tell us what you will not be able to achieve because you are working as an individual. So just finish that. And resources, all right, the skills required in that. However, the individual has a good background in this language to implement the system. Correct. The web platform will be using the following equipment. Hardware used is an HP laptop. The specification are that. Correct. And make sure if you are asked about this laptop, you can even show it. And you'll also
Okay.
tell us how this. You may be asked, what are these skills? Do you know them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just be acquainted with that, because you'll also link them with your practitioner statement.
Okay.
Yeah. Software requirements include Windows 10 operating system, a browser, Chrome or Firefox is best suggested. A text editor for code, Notepad plus Visual Code is suggested. PHP database. Now, PHP is not a database. It is a database management system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the database may be MySQL. So here you talked about it, you see, MySQL database server. So PHP is the database administration software. It's just the one for managing the database, which is MySQL. Then this one, you also need to put it in correct form. It's XAMPP, which all are caps, will be required to build the website on a server, and internet access will be required. In charge of that, web platform. Okay, all right. Yeah. Yes, you can also, okay, you've talked of internet, you've talked of the software, you've talked of the hardware. Yeah, you've talked of your skills. So yeah, that's okay, that's good. Then evaluation. All right, so the aim is to provide website without any errors. The novice users can also use without any difficulty and less time required for the website to load or process. The testing will be done on web. Yeah, so just say the testing will be done in 4 ways. So you can
Okay.
remove that. Functionality testing. All pages linked accurately, which might mean, so the same thing, you need to,
Yeah, I'll change that.
yeah, checking for information encryption, keyword, right, usability test if the website is easy to use. All right, consistent navigation kept, that's okay. Compatibility test if the website is compatible with various browsers like Chrome or Firefox, and the website is compatible with the Windows operating system. All right, performance test, how much time required for the web page to load, and now security protocol from hacking, website crash, then the way of recovery. So make sure that these things you will be able to do and get the output. So what you need to add here is briefly the process. Like how will you get the input and how will you get the output? So input, maybe you will have some users somewhere and you will have to check on how they interact with the web platform and record this output. Yeah, so that's what you can add, but it is good, it's okay. It's generally very okay. I think you are, this is actually almost ready so that you start work. So just make those changes. Then,
But sir, do I have to write the practical part? Like for example, others have done that. It will be tested in a room whereby there'll be one or two people using it and all that. So is it required that way, or it's not necessary?
uh, you can just be creative. Um, uh, you can just be creative and show how you'll get this feedback, the methodology. Here you talked of ways, but how will you go about it?
But like, can't I test the whole thing?
Uh,
As in, like, in terms of functionality and all that?
yeah, this is okay. The ways are okay, but you know, you are involving users, so it's good
Yeah.
to mention how. Uh, you don't need to say you will put them in a room. You just say, okay, um, a few users will be selected, sampled, and we'll check on how they navigate the website and basically get feedback from them. Or you will issue out questionnaire and ask
Yeah.
to give your feedback based on these tests. You see?
Okay, so will I actually have to create a questionnaire for it?
No. You don't create a questionnaire. You don't create a questionnaire.
Oh, okay.
What you do is that in fact, you know, you'll do a test case. Now
Yeah.
that test protocol or test case is what you will tell us that you confirm that the product conforms to the requirements.
Yeah.
And you have to involve some people somewhere, maybe to confirm this, because you can't do evaluation yourself, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So you need to tell us that bit. How will you like confirm that there's this, there's that? Things like encryption, those are things that can be seen, but testing on how user-friendly it is, you need to get opinion from other people, because what is user-friendly to you may not be what is user-friendly to another user. So the ones that are standard, for example, checking whether, I don't know, database is connected and instead of logging in, these are things that you will check. You will actually confirm that that is happening.
Yeah. Okay. Now I get it.
Yes. So it just
But like for my part, there is no user input besides customer information page, which will be like any inquiries and all that. And I haven't mentioned more about it in the resources part or anywhere else. So is that okay?
and no, there's, you know, you are not saying here, you are not mentioning everything. You are mentioning the core features, the core components of the project.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But you'll find that you are not mentioning everything. Otherwise, this document would be very many pages.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So don't be guilty that you have not mentioned certain things. If they are not the core component, then yeah, you don't need to worry about that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, you have a good evening. We
Thank
check
you.
when you make the changes.
Okay. Fine.
All right,
Thank you for your time. Bye.
all right, welcome.